Welcome to Bama Central's Just a Minute. I am Austin Hannon alongside Mason Smith. Mason, last night, Alabama once again crowned SEC regular season champions the second time in 3 years. Much of that had to do with the play of guard Jahvon Quinerly. He's been a very touchy topic for a lot of Alabama fans this year. There's been a lot of people that have not wanted to see him play as much. There's been turnover problems. All of that kind of came to a standstill last night when he kind of took over the game. Alabama trailed by 17 at one point in the second half, and he put the team on his back and he carried them through. That's now his second SEC championship, third if you count the tournament from 2 years ago. How does his name going to go into Alabama basketball legacy, and what did this performance do for his legacy moving forward?
Honestly, Austin, I think Jahvon Quinerly established himself as somebody that should be in the rafters of Coleman Coliseum or the new basketball arena, whichever one, they decide. But there are certain players that we associate with Alabama basketball greatness. We associate Mo Williams with those early days in the Elite Eight run. We associate, Jermichael Green. We associate Herb Jones, as great as he was. Colin Sexton, the famous 3-on-5 game. Jahvon Quinerly had a performance last night that is of that status. And of course, this is a player that has long since been good for Alabama. Again, he was SEC tournament most outstanding player. So it's not like it's new for him to perform, but the storyline of how he got here, built himself up, was prepared to go to the league, blew out his knee. And then people seem to forget that early part of coming back from an injury, he was trying to get back to his former self. I think that's something that has to be really put into context for a lot of Jahvon Quinerly critics, is the fact that he was trying to get back to, the speed, the elevation he was used to. And now he has. Honestly, I think it's going to be a really big deal for him going down the stretch that he's going to be talked about in the names of Jones, Sexton, Williams, and Trevor Relaford, however you want to view him. But at the same, it's still a lot of great players of each era, and Jahvon Quinerly is definitely some of this era's now.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up Trevor Relaford. Personally, growing up, that was always my all-time favorite player. I got multiple autographs from him. I used to wear number 12 in youth basketball for Trevor Relaford when I was a kid. But you said, he had to get back from injury. Oates said last night he played a lot of games this year, not 100% for his teammates. He feels like he's kind of getting close to 100% now, and it's obviously showing on the court. But you mentioned all those other guards like Sexton and Mo obviously won a lot of games, but not a lot of guys on that list we were listing has won 2 SEC titles regular season, 1 tournament, and Quinerly could add a 4th if they're able to get it done in Nashville next week. So we'll see. Obviously Mason's calling for maybe some kind of banner in the new arena. We'll see. Jahvon Quinerly, really happy for him. I think he's been through a lot. To see him kind of go out there and play the way he did last night meant a lot to him, I'm sure, and it meant a lot to the team. So Alabama's got one more game in the regular season. It'll be Texas A&M at 11 a.m. Central Time on Saturday. We'll see if Quinerly can keep his hot streak going then. But for Mason Smith, I'm Austin Hannon. This has been Bama Central's Just a Minute.